She's also telling me that her passing was more unexpected. Do you understand this?
I do.
And I feel, she's not telling me exactly, but I just feel like what just freaking happened? Like this was that we're not prepared for it. We're not looking at what needs to be done. We're just sort of in the shock factor of this can't happen to my Lily. This can't happen to this child.
You and me chasing down forever after.
Hello, and welcome to Grieving to Believing. I'm Deb Sheppard. There is no greater loss than that of a child, no matter the circumstances or their age. My mission is to bring parents peace and to know without a doubt their children and loved ones are still giving them messages from the other side. Today, I'm going to be speaking to a parent that I have not met yet. So please join me as we get messages from the other side to bring healing and peace. Hi, I'm Deb Sheppard.
Hello.
What's your first
I'm Lorraine.
Lorraine, I think you got the memo today what color to wear.
Oh.
I will tell you, this morning has been a very fascinating process for me. So I do believe that your child that's coming through is very active, lots of energy. So I am really hoping this message is for you. So if your child is that kind of person, we're ready for a ride. So for me as a medium, I use all my senses, and I use all my senses to be able to interpret a message and to be able to give you or whoever I'm reading for the information that hopefully that will bring value and validate that these are your loved ones, okay? And I'm also getting the passion for animals. So is this something too that's been important for you or for maybe the child that's passed?
Yeah, I think so. For my child, it was definitely like cats and horses.
Okay, so they may be showing up as well, because it doesn't matter how long they've been gone. It's just that energy to let you know that all of them are connected. But I cannot believe that we're both wearing almost the exact same color purple. So there's got to be a universal connection there. The other thing that I have very strongly, did you lose a daughter, Lorraine?
I did.
Because, oh my goodness, as I'm getting ready to be able to do this and connect, I'm like, she's this chatterbox. She's right here telling me what to do, giving me advice. And I'm thinking to myself, you better be the person I'm talking to next, because you're a little annoying, but a full heart. She is also telling me, I got chills. She's also showing to me she was a young adult, but an old soul. Do you understand this?
I do.
And I just get big-hearted, full of life. I'm getting all these colors, either very spiritual or didn't maybe use the words, but actually very intuitive and sensitive. Does this make sense as well?
Absolutely.
What is your daughter's first name?
Lily.
She's one of these individuals that I believe marched to her own drum. So she didn't feel like, I don't need to be a follower. I don't need to be told what to do. No one needs to tell me how I need to do things. And with that was this uniqueness. So sometimes you're like, well, Lily, sometimes you kind of have to follow the rules. And she's like, why? I really feel like there's a questioning about her. There's a sense of a pushback, not in a rebel sense, but in the sense of, questioning things and letting people kind of think twice about what they're saying. So in that belief system of, okay, you may have been doing this all along, but I'm still asking you why this still has to be done. So this sort of energy. She's also telling me that her passing was more unexpected. Do you understand this?
I do.
And I feel, she's not telling me exactly, but I just feel like what just freaking happened? Like this was that we're not prepared for it. We're not looking at what needs to be done. We're just sort of in the shock factor of this can't happen to my Lily. This can't happen to this child. But she has told me since her passing, you've done a lot to keep her memory alive, or that you're helping other families, or you're trying to be an advocate or something regarding how she passed, or keeping, it might be more of understanding grief. Would that make more sense?
Yeah.
Your community, to me, the reason I've been so passionate about this is the loss of a child. People don't know what to do or say, and they really can do and say destructive things. And I feel like you have been a voice to educate those individuals or to help a group of people in the healing process. She's cracking me up. I feel like this child, when she walks in the door, when she gets up in the morning, you're like, I don't know what I'm dealing with, but we're on for the roller coaster ride. Put your seatbelt on tightly. The biggest thing I keep getting with her too is that and maybe the name is part of it. You named her correctly, but this sense of fairy energy, this whole idea of goddess energy, this, kaleidoscope of things. I just keep seeing this beautiful shine. I keep getting shiny things for her.
Yes.
And it kind of cracks me up. So to me, she's probably definitely right out of her teens or this young adult. So just feel like I feel like she's the princess and the pea, just this glamorous kind of thing, but also like, why are we doing this?
My child's name is Lily. She was 19 when she passed away in 2014. She had asthma and a nut allergy and ate something that had been contaminated with peanut oil. It wasn't a component ingredient of what it was in, but it had been prepared in a kitchen that also used peanut oil or peanuts in their processing of other food items that they made. And so she went into anaphylactic shock, and with the asthma complicating everything, she passed away about a week later after being in a coma for about a week.
And I'm also getting, what's the December connection for her?
That's her birth month.
My chest, I'm having trouble breathing. Does this make sense for her?
Yes.
Okay. And she's telling me I just keep getting unexpected. Do you feel like this was her responsibility? Like she did something to cross her over? Because I'm not feeling she's taking guilt for this. Like I'm not feeling she's feeling like it was in her hands. Did she
something happened that caused that but it was completely
out of her hands. Okay.
Yes.
So I feel like she's like, this is no one's fault, but these things happened. And I don't really feel like it's almost like a complication. Like, I'm not sure things could have been differently. I don't know if, choices could have been different, but I just feel like it's complicated. The biggest thing I get from her too is, and I know you're told not to share a lot, but it's just that validation that can keep this going is, she's not saying this was suicide, but circumstances of what she did caused her passing. Does that make more sense?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. So like, I didn't know this. I was unprepared. This was not my intention. She reminds me of this really just free spirit, just a free spirit in her own way and living life, and not by other people's rules as well. Who got the tat on the wrist, or what's the connection to the wrist meaning for her?
Her half brother and I got matching tattoos on our wrist that were in her handwriting, something that she had written for someone.
Okay. She goes, woo woo, mom, woo woo. She goes, I expect my brother to do this, but you, mom, oh my goodness. And she's joking, like, you found the free spirit. You found my free spirit. There's a sense of, she's always going to be in your heart for sure. There's definitely that feeling, but she's just laughing about this connection. And she's talking about, is there something about freedom or love or unconditional in what she wrote? Because I feel like it has this sense of this intention of transformation, love. I just feel like it's really about, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you share with it? Or you may share this. Okay.
I'm more than happy to. What she wrote was live poetically.
Okay. That I just keep I got chills. She's like, live. And that's her. Lily lived life. And in a magical way. I keep getting just so much magic around her. She also talks about, it feels like something that's glass. It's not completely see-through, but it's a little bit frosty. And I don't know if this is an image or a frame or a statue, but she's shown me something that is glass, or it could be plexiglass, but it's that kind of a feeling, but it's kind of smoky. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
What is this?
It's a vase that I keep her ashes in.
Okay. That's how powerful this young woman is. And she just says, it's not your typical vase. It has an interesting shape to it. And that's why I was trying to figure out the framing of it, or the framing of her soul. And she says, most people would not know walking past it what was in it. And she goes, I would love for you, Mom, to put eyes on it or something, or a camera thing that I'm watching them. And to me, this is her sense of humor, the way she would come across. She says it's a little bit of an altar that you have, that not everyone, like, it's on this shelf, or it's on this mantle, it's on this place where this table where you walk by, and it has this space of her, that you talk to her, that you honor it. And she says that she knows that you talk to her. It feels like every morning, every evening, you say good morning or good night, but there's definitely that connection that you make an effort to reach out to her. And she goes, Mom, I do hear you. She's also showing me candles, which can mean to me a couple different things. One, that you do light candles in her honor, but a candle for me right now would make sense for, is there an anniversary or a celebration that just passed or is coming up? Would that make any sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So she wants to validate this. And with her half brother, she says she's doing this. And do you know how Robert De Niro was doing this?
I'm watching you.
Yeah, I'm watching you. And she just does this to kind of, I think, have fun with her brother, to acknowledge that she is around him, because I feel like he's carrying some guilt a little bit around her passing. And this could just be, I should have been there. What if, just dealing with the loss of a sibling, because, we're not taught how to deal with the loss of a sibling. And she's cracking up. He goes, let him know he's fully responsible for you later.
He's fully responsible for me?
Yeah. Like when you get really old.
Oh, really?
So she goes, you better buckle up, Buttercup, is what she's saying. And I think,
oh my goodness, she said that all of the time.
Okay, so this is her words to him, to say, buckle up, Buttercup, for him to know without a doubt that this is him as well, because I feel like he really misses her, but he's also a skeptic probably about this, even though he wants to believe. So I think she's trying to bring him into the mix about, I'm watching you. I've got what's going on. She's also feeling, why am I seeing Dad pulled away, or Dad not really involved? Is he
that's correct.
Okay.
He, hadn't been involved in her or her brother's life from the time she was 5. Yeah.
Okay. So she's just bringing this up, like, okay, this is what she's telling you. This is why she's bringing it up. Mom, you were more than 2 parents. Do not ever feel that you could have done more, because you did everything. And Dad not being in the picture, she's doing this, was a blessing. So she's doing actually the heart emoji, like woo woo kind of a feeling. And that she says, you let me be me, but gave me the guidepost to know that I could be like that bumper car, that I could hit the sides, but still come back into the middle and find my way. She goes, there's nothing that you did as a mom that could have changed this. I was who I was, and you supported and loved me unconditionally because that. So don't have any regrets that you could have, should have done something very different. She says, I did my thing. This was all me. And you know that. And she says, I just wish I would have had more time here. She goes, she's cracking me. She goes, I would have really, Mom, I really, really rocked your world in a way you would have not had any more hair left. So her way of her joke, her sense of humor, her compassion and love. And what's the thing about writing the book or making the book or doing the book? You don't get away with anything, Lorraine. She's watching you too. She's like, I got you, Mom. I got you.
Yeah. There's two things is that I did a lot of read aloud with her, but also kind of in the back of my mind, I've had an idea of writing the types of books that she and I read together. Lots of like young adult fantasy kind of things. And also doing audio voiceover work, specifically audiobooks.
Okay.
And so it could be either of those things or both.
Well, I think there's a lot for your future. And I think she's telling you this so that you know it's okay to have a future. And because what I've understood is sometimes it's hard to have joy and to have, continue having a life and growing a life that gives you joy still and passion and value. And she doesn't want you to stop doing that. She is saying you still have more to give because you can help others, because you know that you just cherish this child. She goes, she's using the idea of you put her in this great vessel that was very safe. She just liked to bring in a lot of other things that were colorful in her life.
Yes.
What question do you have for Lily? And again, my heart hurts for you.
Well, you've really already answered them. And the two were like, are you okay? Did I love you enough? And was there something different I could have done that would have made a difference in her still being here?
Lorraine, I believe that every parent that's the question. We're designed to protect our children and allow them to bury us. And I truly believe that question is always going to be in the back of your mind. Would have, could have, should have. Lily, the strong soul that she is, really came through and just would not let you take any accountability for that. And that makes sense with her soul. Like, don't even put that on your radar. That's how strong of a soul she is, to let you know. And if she was my daughter, I would understand. There's no way you could have, and she's joking, try to manage me. And I feel that there may be, was she given something or taking something like a drug that she didn't expect?
Not a drug, but yes.
The situation, because I keep getting something in my body that we didn't expect for this to pass. And again, I don't feel like Lily had any fear. And if she says, Mom, if I would have known the result, I would have made different choices. That's what you did teach me. She says, you taught me to be smart and strong. Okay. My heart hurts for you. I'm grateful that you're here and that you're brave enough to share your story. But Lily she's a rock star.
Well, I always thought so.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Lorraine, for joining.
Yes.
Okay.
And thank you. My gratitude for what you do and what you've confirmed for me today.
I'm not supposed to cry, Lorraine. So this is all Lily's fault. Okay. We'll blame Lily on the purple shirts and the crying. So
okay.
Yeah, I just think I can't wait to continue meeting and connecting with Lily. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Lily was a fearless firecracker. absolutely free-spirited, absolutely just everything that Deb described, the talker and the loved people and really got people and just really lived a full life. Absolutely, Deb connected with Lily today. There is no doubt in my mind that was Lily coming through. Deb described Lily to a T. The fact that she knew about the tattoo that Lily's brother and I had gotten, and the "I'm watching you" motion, something that Lily used all the time, and when Deb said, "What's up, Buttercup?" or "I'm watching you, Buttercup." That was one of Lily's favorite phrases. I'm walking away with, questions answered. Did she feel loved? Did she feel accepted for who she was? Did she feel like she was able to fully express and be who she really was? And to have confirmation of that, it's really amazing.
Wow. Lily was a powerhouse today to give her mom messages so that she could find peace with the loss of her child. If you or someone that you know close to you who has lost a child, please recommend Grieving to Believing and have them subscribe to our show. But we want you to remember that even though your loved ones are on the other side, they are still by your side. Thank you for watching. I'm Deb Sheppard.